Welcome to Week 21 of the England Premier League predictions. Get ready for another exciting round of matches with expert insights, detailed analysis, and accurate predictions to keep you ahead of the game. Don't miss a single tip. Stay updated on all wins, draws, and key match outcomes. For the full predictions and real-time updates, download the KO7 Football Prediction app from the Play Store now and have every Premier League prediction right at your fingertips. Match analysis: West Ham United versus Nottingham. West Ham United host Nottingham Forest in a fixture involving two teams positioned in the lower part of the table. West Ham sit 18th with 14 points from 20 matches, having recorded 3 wins, 5 draws, and 12 losses. They have scored 21 goals and conceded 41, resulting in a goal difference of -20, and their recent form shows 4 losses and 1 draw in the last 5 matches. Nottingham Forest are slightly above them in 17th place with 18 points from 5 wins, 3 draws, and 12 losses. Forest have scored 19 goals, conceded 33, and hold a goal difference of -14, with recent form showing 1 win followed by 4 consecutive losses. Based on the table, both sides struggle defensively, but Nottingham Forest have been more competitive overall this season, while West Ham are under stronger pressure due to their relegation position. Tactics: given their position and poor recent form, West Ham United are likely to approach this match with urgency, prioritizing defensive stability while seeking to capitalize on home advantage. With a higher goals against figure than Nottingham Forest, West Ham may aim to tighten their backline and rely on controlled build-up to avoid conceding early. Nottingham Forest, sitting just above the relegation zone, are expected to play cautiously, focusing on organization and counterattacks rather than committing too many players forward. Their slightly better defensive record compared to West Ham suggests they may try to absorb pressure and exploit mistakes, especially considering West Ham's recent struggles. Match prediction: based strictly on the table standings, recent form, and overall performance, this match is expected to be closely contested with limited margins. Despite West Ham United being lower in the table, home advantage and Nottingham Forest poor recent run support a positive outcome for the hosts. Prediction: a win or draw for West Ham United. Match analysis: Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Crystal Palace face Aston Villa in a match between two teams at very different ends of the table. Crystal Palace are in 14th position with 27 points from 20 matches, having recorded 7 wins, 6 draws, and 7 losses. They have scored 22 goals and conceded 23, giving them a goal difference of -1, and their recent form is poor with 4 losses and 1 draw in the last 5 matches. Aston Villa sit 3rd in the table with 42 points, also from 20 matches, with 13 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. Villa have scored 33 goals and conceded 24, resulting in a goal difference of +9, and their recent form shows 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 win in the last 5 matches. Based on the table, Aston Villa are clearly the strongest side both in results and consistency, while Crystal Palace are struggling to pick up points recently. Tactics: Crystal Palace are likely to adopt a cautious and compact approach, aiming to limit space and reduce Aston Villa's attacking effectiveness, especially given their recent run of defeats. With a relatively low goal-scored tally, Palace may focus on defensive organization and look for opportunities from set pieces or isolated attacks. Aston Villa, positioned in the UEFA Champions League group stage places, are expected to control the game with a more assertive approach, using their superior win record and positive goal difference to apply sustained pressure. Villa's balance between attack and defense, as shown by their stronger goal difference and higher points total, suggests they will look to dominate possession and force Palace into errors. Match prediction: considering the significant gap in league position, points, and recent form, Aston Villa enter this fixture as clear favorites. Crystal Palace's poor recent run and mid-table standing contrast sharply with Aston Villa's consistent performances near the top of the table. Prediction: a win for Aston Villa. Match analysis: Fulham versus Chelsea. Fulham host Chelsea in a London derby where both teams are level on points but differ slightly in league position and recent momentum. Fulham are 11th in the table with 28 points from 20 matches, having recorded 8 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses. They have scored 28 goals and conceded 29, giving them a goal difference of -1, and their recent form shows 3 wins followed by 2 draws in the last 5 matches. Chelsea sit 5th with 31 points from 20 matches, registering 8 wins, 7 draws, and 5 losses. Chelsea have scored 33 goals and conceded 22, resulting in a stronger goal difference of +11, and their recent form consists of 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss. Based on the table, Chelsea show greater overall consistency and defensive strength, while Fulham remain competitive but slightly less solid across the season. Tactics. Fulham are likely to approach the match with confidence at home, using a balanced setup that allows them to stay compact defensively while committing players forward selectively, as reflected in their equal number of wins and losses. Their recent positive run suggests they may press Chelsea in key areas to disrupt build-up play. Chelsea, positioned in the Europa League group stage places, are expected to control the tempo with a more structured approach, focusing on maintaining defensive solidity and using their superior goal difference to patiently create chances. Chelsea's lower goals against tally indicates an emphasis on organization, which could frustrate Fulham and limit clear scoring opportunities. Match prediction. Given Chelsea's higher league position, stronger goal difference, and slightly better overall record, they enter this fixture with an edge despite Fulham's decent recent form. The closeness in points suggests a competitive encounter, but Chelsea's defensive reliability supports a positive result. Prediction: a win or draw for Chelsea. Match analysis: Brentford versus Sunderland. Brentford face Sunderland in a closely matched mid-table encounter with both sides level on points. Brentford are 7th in the table with 30 points from 20 matches, having recorded 9 wins, 3 draws, and 8 losses. They have scored 32 goals and conceded 28, giving them a goal difference of +4, and their recent form shows 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 win in the last 5 matches. Sunderland sit just below in 8th place, also with 30 points from 20 matches, having achieved 7 wins, 9 draws, and 4 losses. Sunderland have scored 21 goals and conceded 19, resulting in a goal difference of +2, and their recent form is dominated by consistency rather than wins, with 1 win followed by 4 draws. Based on the table, Brentford shows slightly greater attacking output, while Sunderland demonstrates stronger defensive stability, making this fixture evenly balanced. Tactics. Brentford are likely to adopt a proactive approach at home, using their higher goal-scored tally to apply pressure and push for an early advantage. Their willingness to commit players forward has brought wins but also leaves space defensively, as reflected in their goals conceded. Sunderland, with a high number of draws and one of the tighter defensive records among mid-table teams, are expected to remain compact and disciplined, focusing on limiting Brentford's attacking threat. Their tactical setup is likely to emphasize structure and control, aiming to frustrate the hosts and capitalize on any openings without taking unnecessary risks. Match prediction. With both teams level on points and showing contrasting but balanced strengths, this match is likely to be tight and competitive. Brentford's attacking intent is matched by Sunderland's defensive resilience and tendency to draw matches. Prediction: a draw. Match analysis: Bournemouth versus Tottenham. Bournemouth host Tottenham in a fixture involving 2 teams placed in the lower half of the table. Bournemouth are 15th with 23 points from 20 matches, having recorded 5 wins, 8 draws, and 7 losses. They have scored 31 goals and conceded 38, resulting in a goal difference of -7, and their recent form shows 3 draws, 1 loss, and 1 draw in the last 5 matches. Tottenham sit higher in 13th position with 27 points from 20 matches, with 7 wins, 6 draws, and 7 losses. Tottenham have scored 28 goals and conceded 24, giving them a positive goal difference of +4, and their recent form includes 2 losses, 1 win, and 2 draws. The table indicates that while Tottenham are ahead on points and goal difference, Bournemouth have been difficult to beat recently, drawing many matches and remaining competitive despite their league position. Tactics. Bournemouth are likely to approach this match with a pragmatic setup, focusing on defensive organization while using their relatively strong goal-scoring record to remain a threat going forward. Their high number of draws suggests an emphasis on staying compact and resilient, especially against teams above them in the table. Tottenham, positioned just above Bournemouth, are expected to play with more balance, aiming to control possession and exploit their better goal difference. However, their inconsistent recent form indicates they may struggle to break down a disciplined Bournemouth side, particularly away from home. Match prediction. Considering Bournemouth's ability to avoid defeat through draws and Tottenham's mixed recent results, this fixture appears evenly matched despite the difference in league position. Bournemouth's home resilience and Tottenham's lack of consistency support a positive outcome for the hosts. Prediction: a win or draw for Bournemouth. Match analysis: Manchester City versus Brighton. Manchester City take on Brighton in a contest between a title-challenging side and a mid-table team. Manchester City are second in the table with 42 points from 20 matches, having recorded 13 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. They have scored 44 goals and conceded 18, giving them a strong goal difference of plus 26, and their recent form shows 3 wins followed by 2 draws in the last 5 matches. Brighton are positioned 10th with 28 points from 20 matches, with 7 wins, 7 draws, and 6 losses. They have scored 30 goals and conceded 27, resulting in a goal difference of plus 3, and their recent form includes 2 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win. Based strictly on the table, Manchester City hold a clear advantage in terms of points, goal difference, and overall consistency. Tactics. Manchester City are expected to dominate possession and control the tempo of the match, using their superior attacking output and defensive solidity as indicated by the league statistics. Their high goal scored tally and low goals conceded suggest a balanced and assertive approach, aimed at applying sustained pressure on Brighton. Brighton, sitting comfortably in mid-table, are likely to adopt a more cautious strategy, focusing on structure and discipline to contain City's attacking threats. With a respectable goal difference and a tendency to draw matches, Brighton may look to frustrate the hosts and capitalize on limited opportunities. Match prediction. Considering Manchester City's strong league position, significant goal difference, and consistent recent form, they are clear favorites in this fixture. Brighton's mid-table status and mixed recent results make an upset less likely. Prediction: a win or draw for Manchester City. Match analysis: Everton versus Wolves. Everton face Wolves in a match between two teams at opposite ends of the lower half of the table. Everton are 12th with 28 points from 20 matches, having recorded 8 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses. They have scored 22 goals and conceded 24, resulting in a goal difference of -2, and their recent form shows 2 losses, 1 draw, 1 win, and 1 loss in the last 5 matches. Wolves are bottom of the table in 20th place with just 6 points from 20 matches. They have managed only 1 win, 3 draws, and 16 losses, scoring 14 goals and conceding 40 for a goal difference of -26. Their recent form reflects their struggles, with 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win in the last 5 matches. Based on the table, Everton are clearly the more stable and competitive side. Tactics. Everton are likely to approach this match with a controlled and disciplined setup, aiming to use their relative defensive solidity and balanced record to dictate play. With fewer goals conceded than Wolves and a mid-table position, Everton may focus on maintaining structure while applying pressure to exploit Wolves' defensive weaknesses. Wolves, sitting at the bottom of the table with a worse goal difference, are expected to prioritize damage limitation, possibly adopting a deeper defensive approach. However, their low-scoring output and poor defensive record suggest they may struggle to cope with sustained pressure. Match prediction. Given the significant gap in league position, points, and goal difference, Everton enter this fixture as clear favorites. Wolves' ongoing difficulties and bottom-place standing make it hard to see them taking control of the match. Prediction: a win for Everton. Match analysis: Burnley versus Manchester United. Burnley take on Manchester United in a fixture between a relegation-threatened side and a mid-table team. Burnley are 19th in the table with 12 points from 20 matches, having recorded 3 wins, 3 draws, and 14 losses. They have scored 20 goals and conceded 39, resulting in a goal difference of -19, and their recent form shows 1 draw, and 3 losses in the last 5 matches. Manchester United sits 6th with 31 points from 20 matches, registering 8 wins, 7 draws, and 5 losses. United have scored 34 goals and conceded 30, giving them a goal difference of +4, and their recent form includes 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss. Based strictly on the table, Manchester United have been far more consistent across the season than Burnley. Tactics. Burnley are likely to adopt a defensive and compact approach, aiming to reduce space and slow the game, as suggested by their low points total and poor goal difference. Their primary focus may be on staying organized and seeking isolated opportunities rather than sustained attacking play. Manchester United, positioned comfortably in the upper half of the table, are expected to take the initiative, using their highest scoring output to apply pressure. However, their tendency to draw matches indicates they may prioritize control and patience rather than taking excessive risks, especially away from home. Match prediction. Considering the clear difference in league position, points, and overall performance, Manchester United enter this match as strong favorites. Burnley's struggles at the bottom of the table reduce their chances of securing a positive result. Prediction. A win or draw for Manchester United. Match analysis. Newcastle United versus Leeds United. Newcastle face Leeds United in a mid-table encounter where both teams are separated by a narrow points gap. Newcastle are 9th in the table with 29 points from 20 matches, having recorded 8 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses. They have scored 28 goals and conceded 24, giving them a goal difference of +4, and their recent form shows 2 losses, 1 draw, and 2 wins in the last 5 matches. Leeds United sits 16th with 22 points from 20 matches, with 5 wins, 7 draws, and 8 losses. Leeds have scored 26 goals and conceded 33, resulting in a goal difference of -7, and their recent form includes 1 win and 4 consecutive draws. Based on the table, Newcastle hold a higher position and stronger overall record, while Leeds show resilience through a series of recent draws. Tactics. Newcastle are likely to take a more proactive approach, using their higher points total and positive goal difference to push forward and control phases of the match. Their scoring and defensive numbers suggest a balanced style that can apply pressure without excessive risk. Leeds United, positioned closer to the relegation zone, are expected to emphasize structure and compactness, as reflected in their high number of draws. Their recent form indicates a preference for control and containment, aiming to limit Newcastle's chances while remaining competitive through collective organization. Match prediction. With Newcastle's stronger league position balanced against Leeds United's recent run of draws, this fixture appears finely poised. The contrast between Newcastle's attacking intent and Leeds' resilience suggests neither side will fully dominate. Prediction. A draw. Match analysis. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Arsenal host Liverpool in a high-profile clash between 2 top 4 sides. Arsenal sit first in the table with 48 points from 20 matches, having recorded 15 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. They have scored 40 goals and conceded 14, resulting in an impressive goal difference of +26, and their recent form shows 5 consecutive wins. Liverpool are 4th with 34 points from 20 matches, registering 10 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses. Liverpool have scored 32 goals and conceded 28, giving them a goal difference of +4, and their recent form includes 3 wins followed by 2 draws. Based on the table, Arsenal hold a clear advantage in terms of points, goal difference, and consistency, while Liverpool are competitive but have shown vulnerability, particularly in defense. Tactics. Arsenal are expected to dominate possession and control the tempo of the game, using their potent attack and solid defense to impose pressure on Liverpool. With only 14 goals conceded all season, Arsenal's defensive setup is likely to remain compact and disciplined, allowing them to control transitions while exploiting spaces on the counter. Liverpool, meanwhile, will likely adopt a more balanced approach, attempting to control the midfield and create chances through quick attacking movements. However, their higher number of goals conceded suggests they may be cautious, especially against a team with Arsenal's offensive efficiency. Match prediction. Considering Arsenal's superior league position, higher points tally, stronger goal difference, and perfect recent form, they are favorites in this matchup. Liverpool's solid but less consistent record makes an upset less likely. Prediction. A win or draw for Arsenal. That's it for this week's England Premier League predictions. Stay tuned, Follow the matches closely. And don't forget, for full predictions, exclusive tips, and real-time updates, download the KO7 Football Prediction app from the Play Store. Make sure you never miss a winning prediction.